I don't quite know why I'm doing this. I can't imagine that my life is interesting enough to warrant a vlog. But here we are. Normally I'm a bit more energetic than this. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot today. Really missing my boyfriend a lot. He just moved, and I just got back to where I currently live, and I'm feeling the loneliness kick in. The sadness, the isolation. For me, that's always been the hardest part, the thing that I'm most afraid of. It's the thing I'm most afraid of because of my own self. I can struggle being with my own self and spending time alone. But then it's also the thing that I love, so I don't get it. I'm 31 years into this thing and I still don't understand how I wrestle with loneliness, but anyway, here we are. But yeah, today has been kind of shitty. I went to the gym, I had a good workout, but then got back and just felt the quiet and started working from home. Had a session, was super distracted during that session. I felt badly for the client because I definitely wasn't giving them my best. And then I was getting ready to teach my class and I just couldn't. I didn't have it in me. I was breaking down, I was bawling. I didn't even have the course material put together yet, and so I canceled that class session. And I gathered myself up, I drove to the beach, the first time I've been to the beach by myself in probably over a year. I just laid there for probably about an hour. I just soaked up the sun, I just fell asleep, cried a little bit. I was by myself. That felt good. It felt good to be there. Ran to the store, grabbed some lunch, came back, led my weekly guided meditation session. And even during that, I was super distracted. I was crying, hoping that they couldn't see. They were so sweet in asking me how I was doing. That's probably a bit rude, but I just said I can't talk about it, otherwise I'll lose it. I think I've left up on my mouth. Yeah. Just finished that up a little bit ago, cried some more, here we are. I have 2 more sessions later today I'm gonna have to cancel. I just can't do it. not in a dangerous place. But I'm just in an uncomfortable, painful place. This isn't the worst I've ever felt in my life, so I know I can get through this too, and I know I'll be fucking fine no matter what happens, no matter how things turn out. It just sucks. And it's annoying. What sucks is the way I relate to myself. Just how negative I can be. Like when things start to get hard, I just shit on myself over and over and over again. And I only point out my flaws. What I'm doing wrong, or how I'm too needy, or how I don't deserve it. It being the things that I want. How I'm not allowed to advocate for myself. Yet I teach and I preach people to do it for them, but I won't let myself do it for me because for some reason I feel that it's weak to do that. Or that if I do that, I'll lose everything that I love. Where it's better to be quietly suffering and having moments of joy than to ask for more and risk losing it. But then I do that and I realize life is passing me by. And I'm here, all alone. "3,000 miles away from a hug and someone to say that it's okay." I just have this inner war where even as I'm recording this, I'm just telling myself to shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking cares. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't want pity and I don't want anybody to fix it. I just want to know that it's okay. That it will be okay. That's all I've ever wanted. It's just to know that it'll be fine. It has to be. I gotta cancel my sessions. Go get my prescriptions. I can tell I didn't take my depression medicine today. Oh, fuck. Let me give Phoebe a little hug. I'll be right back, girl, okay? I love you. Free feet content. need to get these thoughts out of my little brain. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my business, with work. Yeah. I feel like I've felt this way this entire time. Maybe I've had pockets of knowing what I'm doing, but I really don't. I don't know where I'm heading. I don't believe in myself a lot of the times. God. Emotions can stink sometimes, especially when they are rough like this. This is not fun. And it's a beautiful fucking day. I'm in Hawaii, a place that so many people would just crawl to me. And I'm sad and I'm complaining and I'm shaming myself. Okay, going to get my medicine. Also need to get my blood drawn for my prep and to make sure I don't have any STIs, which I don't. Okay, yay, what'd I do? I got my lab work done for prep to check my blood work every 3 months. I also, that's what this is for. What did I do? I got my STIs checked, had the oral swab, the rectal swab, which y'all didn't see. There's nothing, it's a very interesting feeling of sticking a dry cotton swab up your butt. It doesn't go in super smoothly, and it kind of uncomfy. So did that. As I was in the bathroom, because I'm just not fully mentally present here today, I forgot to lock the door. And it's an individual stall where you do all your testing. And I peed in the cup, just finished, like flush a toilet, putting my drawers back on, and a guy walked in and he's like, "Oh, sorry." I was like, "Oh shit, I am so sorry. I'm sorry that I forgot to lock the door." And so he almost saw my little wiener. Luckily I wasn't doing the anal swab. That would have been quite a sight for him to see. And yeah, picked up my depression medication. Typically I'm pretty good about it. I don't really miss. But what happened is I had 2 pills left, and I put one in my mouth to go swallow it. And as I was getting my water, I was putting the jar of medicine back, and that final pill fell out and it went down the sink. So I had a wet pill in my mouth and I had a wet pill in the sink. And so I couldn't take both, and I couldn't keep the other one that was wet because it would have just disintegrated. So I had to throw that one away. So that was why I was a day behind. But if I take this now, which I will, it's the afternoon. I usually have to take it in the morning. So I'm still getting my daily dose in, just a little bit later than it typically is. But don't do what I do. Stay on top of your medicine. For me, I've been on and off this medicine for several years. There are times in life when life starts to stable out where I don't really need it, and so I work with my doctors to stop the medicines. But I've been back on it for several months, maybe 5 or 6 months now, because I knew that I was entering into this season, which was going to be a bit more emotionally taxing and trying.
And I know for myself, one of my biggest depression triggers is loneliness, and which often comes from life transitions. And so I knew a big life transition was coming up, so I prepped ahead of time and I got back on my medicine. So I've been regulated on it for a few months. I honestly don't really notice too big of a difference, but it is really hard for you as the individual to notice differences a lot of the times, especially when it comes to anxiety, particularly depression medication, in my perspective. But anyway, I digress because I have to run to the store. I have to go get groceries really quick because I have one meeting that I couldn't cancel that starts in 40 minutes. So I need to go get groceries for tonight because I have 0 groceries in the house as I just came back from Seattle yesterday. So I need to go do that because I have to start tracking my eating better because I have a workout competition this weekend. So I got to get back on track. So let's go get groceries. Hawaii has a lot of random chickens everywhere, and I love it. Reminds me of the farm. Okay, let's go shop. So I'm going to make stir fry tonight. I love Korean barbecue and bulgogi. The macros here aren't too bad. Only thing is it's just sugar. I appreciate Hawaii so much because it's given me some of the greatest people I could ever love. However, it's so fucking expensive. Just groceries, let's see, I got 8 items for, it's like fresh vegetables, salad, peppers, stir fry, meat and vegetables, sauce for the stir fry, and creamer. $60. One of the reasons I am feeling led to transition to the next chapter in life. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that when I was getting my blood drawn, you have to put your arm on the little thing, and I use my right arm since I'm left-handed. I was right next to my armpit, and I could smell my own scent. And I'm pretty musky. And the lady who was taking my blood, I know she could smell it too. She had to put on her mask, and she hustled me out of there. So sorry to her. Also, weirdly enough, vlogging today has helped me to feel better. I feel like it's kind of like I have somebody to talk to. So it's helped me to feel a little less alone. Kind of sad, but kind of cool, I guess. So. I'm a master at masking. Pros and cons, but it works out when I need to turn it on. So let's go. Okay, I just got done with my meeting a little bit ago. Went really well, but what made me even more happy was being able to FaceTime with my boyfriend. So that was really great. Made my day. Just nice to check in after a long day for both of us. Out walking Phoebe. Look at the beautiful sunset. That's really nice. She's a puller. She just loves to tug. Stresses me out. Hi. I said something a little earlier about, what did I say? Oh, about feeling like my Hawaii chapter is coming to a close, and I don't know, I'm just feeling that energy. I've been feeling it for a while, probably about a year or so. My time in Hawaii has been, I've framed it and viewed it for myself as like a spiritual refresh, a restart, a cleansing, a healing of sorts. This is where I knew that my relationship with my ex-husband needed to change. This is where I stood up for myself and I made that decision. This is where I kind of rebuilt, and I've started to rebuild my life. I don't know, I'm saying this weird. This is where I found people who are absolutely my chosen family and who I completely adore and love. And it's never quite felt like a home or a landing point. It just feels like a place I needed to come to pause. And when I travel or when I go to other places, I feel a bit of a different energy there. Where I feel excited. I feel like I can be more of myself. I don't know, I'm just getting that feeling that the next chapter is starting. And so I'm so incredibly grateful to be here and for what this chapter has been. And I'm getting excited for what the next one might be. So we'll see. But with that, I'm starting to view my time here as coming to a close. And so I'm trying to soak up as much time as I can to explore places I haven't explored yet, to do things I haven't done, to try things I haven't done, like going to bars on my own or getting out of the house more. I'm really wanting to view this as limited time, because it helps me with the appreciation of it, the gratitude of it, and it helps me to really check in and be conscious with myself on where am I? How can I be here best for myself and the world? So I'm excited to kind of tap into that energy a little bit.